She has been diligently pursuing her comedic stylings. Actually, she's been going to shows around the country doing this shit. But we got her here tonight. You're gonna love her. Start clapping, start clapping, start clapping, start clapping, start clapping, start clapping. Give it up for Andrea Slag!
Hello, MyBar. Thank you, Rich. One more applause for Rich here. I think it's important as a public service that I just let people know that Rich is my dealer, my comedy dealer, and after getting me hooked on free comedy, he started making me put out for him. So here I am on stage prostituting myself. I won't say human trafficking. Well, I just did, didn't I? Anybody here know what Krav Maga is? Israeli martial arts. I study that. Whole bunch of friends from my Krav Maga class is here. Nice thing about friendship in that class, you know, you bond real close, and then you choke them and you stab them. Among my friends here is Denise. She has been, there's only one person who has given me more bruises than Denise has. And then we've got Lena, who's so vicious, she has a safe word. Now, I'm not telling you what that safe word is, so if you're messing with her, you'll just have to deal with her. So, let's see. I travel a lot. I go back and forth a lot between here and New Jersey. And that gets me flying on air travel. Who here actually likes air travel? Really? There's someone. You know, to me, it's a very stressful time because, especially going through security, you have to do what they say, and they just make rules up sometimes, and you just kind of have to take it. And being a frequent flyer, I learned this stuff, but you also have lots of opportunities to see weird things happen, and the rules change. So one of my early times going through, and I follow the rules, I have my bag, then a bin, another laptop, and I get down, and then I've got about 8 bins here, and the screener says, "You use a lot of bins." I said, "Yeah, it's like my bag explodes." And as soon as that leaves my mouth, I'm like, fuck, I just told the screener that my bag explodes. Fortunately, he had a sense of humor and understood my point, and nothing came of that. At a different time, however, I'm going through security, different airport, and suddenly, I'm getting a pat down, and the screeners and the person doing the pat down says, "What's this? What's this?" and starts pulling on me, and I'm like, "That's my bra. That's just a little spreader on my bra." She's like, "What this?" And suddenly people are gathering around me, and I'm just like, "It's just my bra." And she's like, ma'am, pulling my arm down, and they're gonna pull me into a room. They tell me I'm allowed to have a witness if I'm traveling with somebody. I'm not traveling anybody, but one of my coworkers had just come through security. He was going someplace else. I'm like, Tom, come over here. I'm panicking. So you're getting accused. So I'm getting walked into this room, and then I'm like, they haven't asked what his relationship is to me, and I'm like, fuck, they're now gonna strip search me in front of my coworker. We finally get in the room. They don't even look. They go and they just kind of wipe the little things on all my stuff and check it for explosives. Maybe they heard a rumor about my exploding bag, I guess. So, okay, surviving that, never again. Never again. I'm not going to let them do that. So next time through security, okay, I'm going to run my bra through the X-ray machine. So I come up, I'm online, I'm getting all my stuff out, and then finally I go, and it's like, okay, it's kind of like this. I strip my bra off while I'm lying, and it's as simple as, nothing to worry here, Rich. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there it is. So I pull this thing out, and the screener's like, ma'am, you don't need to do that. And I'm like, fuck that. Here it is. She looks at that thing like it's a rattlesnake that I just dropped in there. She kind of leaves it over. It's kind of like, she just kind of stands away. It goes through, no problem. I get out at the other end. I pick it up and go. And then I start walking, off to the restroom and then put it back on. One day, I got a notification that my flight was canceled, but I was early enough for an early flight. And I'd come through and I grabbed my bra, got it, and I start running over to the gate, flopping all the way. But when I get there, I suddenly, my exhibitionist nature over in security, because I'd let them strip me down there in the open, if needed be, evaporates. And I'm suddenly got this body modesty, and I'm kind of nonchalantly while I'm talking to the gate agent, just keep my, and then, oh crap. So, anyway, this continues for a while, and then the battle of the bins started, where I put it in, and they decided I was using too much bins, and they would consolidate. And they would take, I typically put it in with my purse and my shoes. They take my purse, put it on the belt, put my shoes, and then look at my bra, and just kind of push that bin through. And so I started hiding my bra just to see the look when they discovered it underneath. I just kind of put it there. And then one day, I'm going through security, and the screener sees my bra there, and after kind of looking at it, she says, "Ma'am, why don't you put this in your bag? Just put that in your bag." And I'm like, fuck, after all this entertainment I got out of this, that was an entirely too reasonable request. I can't ignore it. But before I can answer it, she goes, "You wouldn't want it to get dirty on the belt." And I thought to myself, she is giving me a choice. I think about a few seconds, I said, this is going to be entertaining enough. I don't care. I said, "Oh, you can put it on the belt." And she's like, "No, ma'am, please." And she's looking at this thing. She's like, "No, just here." She starts unzipping. "Just put it in." I'm fine. Put it on the belt. And she's like looking. I said, "No." And I'm like, "No, go ahead." And finally she looks one more time and she just pushes it down the belt. All right, thank you very much.